When a dog is spotted, everyone throws a stone at it as it attempts to cross the street. However, everyone runs away, turns aside, and commands for the lion to cross the road first when one does. People respect the lion because of its power. Due to its mentality, one should revere and dread the lion. They are aware of how potent and hazardous it is. We all desire power. Everyone values power, it's one of those things. Therefore, you must be aware of some rules of power if you want to be respected by your employer and co-workers, as well as by your friends and family, or if you want others to appreciate you everywhere you go. I'll reveal 7 psychological rules of power with you today that will help you be respected wherever you go. Therefore, let's begin. First, let them sense your absence. JCD was a manager at a corporation, and his employer had informed him that the more you work, the more respect you'll receive. But he handled every problem with the business. That implies the business would struggle to function without him even for a day. It causes a great deal of problems. However, despite his best efforts and work ethic, he was not given a promotion in that organization. So he sought advice from his guru, who responded by saying, "You worked hard because you thought that hard effort pays rewards." I shared that belief. However, effort only becomes fruitful when it is recognized by others. His guru thus gave him the advice to take a fearless off, go on a vacation, and let them feel your absence. And he carried out his guru's advice. Now that he was gone, everybody could see how hard Jay was working. They realized how important he is only when he is not there. He received a promotion as a consequence, which shocked that employer. Therefore, let others sense your absence from them wherever you are if you want them to recognize your value. Number 2, don't speak more than you need to and think before you speak. Tsar Nicholas I succeeded the previous ruler of Russia in 1825. But the populace rejected him as an emperor. As a result of people defying government policy, Kondraty Ryliev was initially taken into custody and given the death penalty while on this tour. The most notable leader at that time was Kondraty. However, the rope suddenly snapped just as Kondraty was about to be hanged, causing him to fall to the ground. Fortunately, at that time, a rope breaking was seen to be a sign of God's will in Russia. Therefore, Kondraty was pardoned and given the green light to continue his life. "They don't even know how to make a rope correctly," Kondraty said as he got up and addressed the crowd in Russian. Tsar Nicholas learned about this, and instead of releasing Kondraty, he ordered him to be hanged once more. The rope did not snap, though, this time. You can now appreciate language's influence. Our words have force. Relationships with other people may be made or broken by the words you use. Words have the power to strengthen or weaken, heal or harm. We frequently say stuff like that when we're irrational and get into problems. Sometimes we make pledges during times of joy or sorrow that we later come to regret. Sometimes we become overly excited and accidentally divulge a secret or important information, which we subsequently regret. So, just use your voice when required. Use your words carefully and in moderation. Speaking less will increase your value in people's eyes. The next tip is to rise above the throne. Even though you worked tirelessly till the wee hours of the morning to meet your deadline, your co-worker received a promotion at work, but you did not because his manager acknowledged his efforts, but not yours. As I previously stated, your manager or others must acknowledge the effort you have put into your work. Everything is evaluated based on how it appears. Unseen things have no value. Never allow yourself to be forgotten or buried in the crowd. At all costs, stand out and be noticeable. By standing out from the dull and timid crowd by being bigger, more colorful, and more mysterious. Keep in mind that fame is all we need to succeed. At all costs, make sure that others notice and appreciate your job. Tell people about your work, your education, your experiences, and all of your previous employment. Never ever have any doubts about that. 4. We did not get access through argumentation. Strong chairs were required for my cell Linus, the king. So he dialed his engineer's number and stated all the specifications. His engineer, though, fought against it and favored a different kind of seed. Would be a step forward from the prior one. And even though the monarch was furious with his engineer, he became impatient and executed him. What if the engineer had just begun working instead of arguing? Don't you believe he might have mastered the same concept before beginning his work? Or perhaps he might have conveyed it by action. To support your position, you may either make an argument or act. Although you can find serenity after winning an argument, you really only end up alienating your opponents. Nobody will value you if you argue. 5. Trust your adversaries more than your friends. You should hire a former enemy, not a friend, Robert Greene once observed in reference to accountability for one's finest endeavor or business. Why? Since you put your confidence in someone when you hire them. They now know your weaknesses since you told them your secrets. And it is true that among friends, there is a fair amount of jealousy, envy, and greed. As a result, engaging with friends might be dangerous as they can ruin you more rapidly. Our eyes are always on them, though, and they are aware of this when you hire or trust an adversary. They are adept at winning our confidence. They have to work quite hard. Because they have more to lose, they will be more devoted than a buddy. So they put forth a lot of effort. 6th, never try to surpass the master. Eclipsing your employer or your rivals when it comes to authority is a particularly risky error. Do you believe your supervisor will suggest you for a higher job or a better promotion if you attempt to disprove his or her point, or if you offer a better concept than they do? No, he will attempt to replace you because he now realizes that you might be dangerous to him. He comes to understand that you are smarter than he is. He will so attempt to take your position. Respecting the top is necessary if you want to succeed. I'll share a fact with you. Never allow someone who is great today feel superior to them if you want to be greater than them. Let them believe that they are the finest and greatest instead. Make your superiors feel smarter than they actually are. And eventually, you'll reach the pinnacles of power. 7th, have self-awareness, self-respect, and self-confidence. Not all forms of power entail imposing your will on others. The ability to manage oneself, comprehend oneself, and have faith in oneself is what we truly need. We require that kind of strength most. In my life, I've witnessed a lot of individuals who were quick to give up when confronted with challenges, losses, or failures. Furthermore, those who lack self-confidence and are prone to giving up have little ability to exert influence on others. They lack the ability to successfully carry out any task. In order to succeed, you must know and believe in yourself. Since you won't have any capacity to prevail if you don't believe in yourself. If not, how do you possess the capacity to win over people's hearts? You must also accept the fact that you may have difficulties and failures. You, however, are unstoppable. You require that much strength. I sincerely appreciate your attention, folks, to this video. If you genuinely believe that this video will be beneficial to you, be sure to subscribe to the channel and let your loved ones know about it.